President Donald Trump welcomed Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán to the White House for what both described as an important and friendly meeting between two conservative allies. The visit came nearly a year into Trump's second administration and was presented as an opportunity to strengthen ties between the United States and Hungary. Much of the discussion focused on Hungary's request for a U.S. exemption allowing it to keep importing Russian oil despite ongoing sanctions. Orbán argued that Hungary depends heavily on Russian energy and that an immediate cutoff would severely damage its economy. Trump acknowledged the difficulty Hungary faces as a landlocked country, without access to ports, and said his team was reviewing the request.
We're looking at it because it's very difficult for him to get the oil and gas from other areas. As you know, they don't have the advantage of having sea. It's a great country. It's a big country, but they don't have sea. They don't have the ports, and so they have a difficult problem. There's another country that has that same problem, by the way. But when you look at what's happened with Europe, many of those countries, they don't have those problems, and they buy a lot of oil and gas from Russia. And as they know, I'm very disturbed by that because we're helping them and they're going and buying oil and gas from Russia. So that question could be really asked maybe more accurately if you talked about many European countries, not Hungary necessarily, because Hungary is in a different position. But many European countries are buying oil and gas from Russia, and they have been for years. And I say, what's that all about, right? Thank you.
During the meeting, Trump praised Orbán as a great leader and commended his positions on immigration and crime. Orbán responded by expressing optimism about a golden age in U.S.-Hungarian relations, noting that cooperation under Trump could restore what he said had been damaged under the previous administration.
I just want to welcome this really good person. I know him very well. He's a good person, and he's a great leader, and he's loved in his country. And Viktor, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you very much, President.
Thank you.
First of all, may I say that thank you very much for the invitation. It's good to see you, President, back to the White House. And good to be back after 6 years, anyway, again, to see you here.
Yeah.
As we have met last time. The reason why we are here to open a new chapter between the bilateral relation of the United States and Hungary, basically because during the Democrat administration, everything was ruined. So after your leaving president, everything was basically blocked, ruined, cancelled, a lot of harm done by the previous administration. In the last 10 months, President, what you have done, we are very much grateful for that. You restored the old level of the relationship, you improved the bilateral relation, you repair what was done badly by the previous administration. So now we are in quite a good position to open up a new chapter, let's say a golden age between United States and Hungary. And we have plenty of suggestions for today: economic cooperation, military cooperation, and political cooperation. And the main issue, probably, President, you know, we are neighboring Ukraine,
sure,
which is in war. It's the most important issue for us, and we would like to discuss with you how we can contribute to help you in your peace efforts.
That's why we are here. And you've taken a lot of Ukrainians that needed your help, and you've taken a lot of them in your country, and everybody appreciates that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we do our best.
Thank you very much.
A White House official said on Friday that President Trump had granted Hungary a one-year exemption. However, Hungarian Foreign Minister Péter Szijjártó later claimed on X that the U.S. had given a full and unlimited exemption from sanctions on Russian oil and gas. In exchange, Hungary agreed to purchase several $100 million worth of U.S. liquefied natural gas, a deal that may draw criticism from European allies who oppose Budapest's close energy ties with Moscow. Hungary remains one of the few European countries still importing large amounts of Russian oil and gas, with recent data showing it relied on Russia for roughly 3/4 of its gas and more than 80% of its oil. The International Monetary Fund has warned that an EU-wide ban on Russian energy could cause Hungary to lose up to 4% of its GDP. Trump used the occasion to address several domestic matters, including affordability and his call for Senate Republicans to abolish the filibuster. Yet the event often took on a personal tone, with both leaders emphasizing their shared populist outlook. Orban said that energy pipelines were not ideological or political, but a physical reality, while Trump argued that European nations without Hungary's constraints should not be buying Russian fuel.
So that will be one of the issues for today, to explain clearly what would be the consequences for the Hungarian people and for the Hungarian economy not to get oil and gas from Russia, because we are supplied by pipelines. Pipeline is not an ideological or political issue, it's a physical reality, because we don't have port, exactly as the President explained to you. So we will negotiate on that point. It's vital for us anyway.
The way to do it for the Republicans is to terminate the filibuster. They call it the nuclear option. This is the second form of nuclear. Very good, very good. This is a good form. This is not a bad form. I would have been in favor of that a long time ago, but you know the Democrats are going to do that. And most of you will admit the Democrats are going to do that, so why aren't we doing it? And I think only a foolish person would be against that, especially when you realize that these are crazed people. These people are absolutely crazed, Trump derangement syndrome, whatever it may be. And I am totally in favor of terminating the filibuster, and we would be back to work within 10 minutes after that vote took place, and lots of other good things would happen. And it doesn't make any sense that a Republican would not want to do that.
The meeting also included discussion of the war in Ukraine. Trump said Orban's understanding of Russian President Vladimir Putin could help open the door to peace negotiations, adding that both he and Orban wanted the conflict to end soon. Orban agreed that most Western governments misunderstood the war and claimed that belief in a Ukrainian military victory was unrealistic, while leaving room for the possibility of a miracle.
We're talking, but we'll report on that later. Meetings with Putin. We were talking about that with Viktor. He understands Putin and knows him very well. And I feel that, I'm going to let you say what you think, but I think that Viktor feels we're going to get that war ended in the not too distant future. Viktor, do you want to talk about that?
No, I'm strongly convinced. So the question is whether we Westerners are unified or not. The problem is that the President has huge peace efforts, which are just splendid and very positive for the European continent and all the peoples of Europe. But at the same time, we are not unified because Brussels and the Europeans have a different approach to the war. So the only pro-peace government is the United States government and the small Hungary in Europe anyway. All the other governments prefer to continue the war because many of them think that Ukraine can win on the front line, which is a misunderstanding of the situation. So it's a complicated issue. We will discuss it. It requests not just 2 minutes to respond to your question, but rather than our lecture. Sorry, not to continue more than that.
To both of you.
So you would say that Ukraine cannot win that war?
Miracle can happen.
Yeah, that's right.
Throughout the visit, their close political alignment was on open display. Trump highlighted Orban's leadership style and defended him against European criticism, urging European leaders to respect this leader very strongly. He's respected by everyone and right on immigration, Trump said. Orban, in turn, praised Trump's return to power, saying it marked the start of renewed friendship between their two countries, and joked about recruiting Caroline, member of Trump's communications team. The meeting reinforced Orban's image as a favored partner in Washington and underscored the extent to which Hungary's government benefits from its personal and ideological bond with the U.S. president.
The fact is that he's a great leader, and he's respected all over, not necessarily liked by some of the leaders, but, those leaders have proven to be wrong. If you look at his stance on immigration and other things, if you look at Europe, they've made tremendous mistakes on immigration. It's really hurting them very badly. He has not made a mistake on immigration. So he's respected by everybody. He's liked by some. And I can tell you, I like and respect. I'm a double. I like and respect him. And that's the way Hungary is being led. They're being led properly. And that's why he's going to be very successful in his upcoming election. Well, I think they should respect Hungary and respect this leader very, very strongly, because he's been right on immigration. Look what's happened to Europe with the immigration. They have people flooding Europe all over the place, and it's hurting it. It's the crime rates are way up. A lot of bad things are happening. His crime rates are very low. They're the same as they always were, which is very little crime, because he's kept it the way it should be. Europe, I mean, I don't want to go into individual countries. They're all friends of mine, everyone. As you know, in NATO, they voted to go from 2% to 5%, and you know that nobody thought that was possible. And we had just about almost, other than Spain, a unanimous vote. No, I think that I think they respect him a lot. They don't agree with him, but actually, inwardly, I think they probably do agree. What he was right on immigration. They were wrong. They are flooding Europe with people from all over the world, and Europe is becoming a different place. And I tell the leaders all the time, you better stop or you're not going to have Europe anymore. It's a very dangerous thing they're doing.
That's all for now from Global Pulse Unplugged. Stay sharp, stay informed, and we'll see you next time.